Poverty is when you only have 20 quid. You need it for petrol to get to work, and if you spend it on food, you won't get there. And you won't get paid. You've not eaten for 2 days. Then the council tax court summons drops through your front door.
Poverty is when you're in a violent relationship and have to leave your own home to find safety. Your violent partner pursues you. You can't concentrate at work. You lose your job, you lose your confidence. You can't feed your kids or keep them warm.
Poverty is when the mental health problems caused by your disability worsen, but the people in your street can't see them. They are struggling too and grass you up to the DWP to tell them that you are volunteering at the day centre and faking your disability. The doctor says you're too isolated and volunteering would do your disability wonders. But you quit. Stop leaving the house. Stop opening the curtains.
Poverty is a stack of things on top of one another.
You're an unpaid carer.
There's help on a website, but no data on your phone.
There's a loan you can never escape.
Hundreds of different emails and phone calls to multiple services and agencies.
The prices go up. Your wages and benefits don't.
You say you were ill for the birthday party because you can't afford the gift.
The damp in your bedroom has seeped into the wooden furniture you used to be so proud of.
You have another assessment next week.
You panic. You lie awake at night.
You fight through all that, and the moment you start to turn things around, all the support is taken away and you fall back down. You wonder if it would be better for everyone if you were dead. But fuck that.
The system is a tangled mess and you can't see who works inside it.
But if you could, you would find that they are human too. Some went through an awful divorce. Some went to the doctors to hear the bad news. Some have kids that don't fit in and keep them awake on the same nights that you're awake too.
And they want things to be different. That's why they work where they work. But they are restricted by a process that says put a bit of pressure on, give out forms, say no, follow policies and signpost people to a website. But they want things to be different.
So they stay inside the tangled mess and around we go, getting further apart, things getting worse, more complicated, less human, lonely and harder.
We must unravel it.
So over 2 years, the Hull Poverty Truth Commission brought people together who have experienced poverty. They met, talked, shared their experiences and ideas. They are the community commissioners.
Then the Poverty Truth Commission spoke to people in the system, mainly the people at the top, who make decisions and direct policies. They met, talked, shared their experiences and ideas. They are the civic commissioners.
Then the community commissioners invited the civic commissioners to come meet with us once a month.
No one wore a lanyard, no one announced their job title. The civic commissioners had to give account of why they were fit for the job.
They arranged the chairs in circles. They learnt to listen to each other. They wrote experiences from their lives on paper chains and stretched them across the room.
Trust grew, understanding grew, friendship and care grew.
If someone couldn't make it, they were missed.
It wasn't for everyone, but before long, they needed a bigger room and more chairs.
They started to see the system in a new way. Some stopped feeling like they had to defend it and going to battle for doing things the same old way.
They began to feel that they could untangle the mess by talking, by picking up a thread and teasing it, pulling at it, yanking at it, and sometimes the thread came free.
It was liberating. They switched off their screen, stepped out of their offices, stayed for lunch after the meetings, didn't always need to have something to say, didn't always need to be representing an organisation or a position.
It was liberating. They were somewhere they could be heard. They took the risk to stop making themselves palatable. They were fully themselves.
The strength of the project opened doors, and together they went through these to get things changed.
Perfectly good carpets were no longer ripped out.
The threatening tone of housing letters was removed.
And more phone lines were opened at Mind.
These early wins were just the results of a deeper change.
The project wasn't a paint job, it was an engine switch. People changed how they did things, how they thought. The sheer level of commitment to it surprised everyone.
No one had known that so many people felt the same way as they did.
They all saw each other.
These are my people.
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 These are my peeps, man. And that was just for starters.